Hi everyone, welcome back to Blatantly Bookish. As you can tell, I am back in my childhood room again today. Tomorrow I actually go back to school, so I figured I would chat with you guys and wrap up the vacation experience that I had, just share some of my holiday memories and things that I got for the holidays, things that I may have treated myself to, as well as some things that I got for other people. Of course, all bookish related things for the most part. So I went to my boyfriend's house for the holidays and I made these wonderful cookies. I'll show a picture here. And I made them with these really cute teaspoon, tablespoon measuring cups that my mom got for me. I think she actually got them as a holiday present, but she said I could use them and they're just so cute. And the cookies just came out so wonderfully. Everyone loved them and they were delicious, and I think they are a new holiday tradition. I'm going to definitely make them again next year. And then I got some wonderfully bookish gifts for the holidays. I don't actually have them with me because I left them at my boyfriend's place because I cannot possibly take them all back to school with me, but I will show you some pictures of them. So these are two books that I got for the holidays. The first on the left is an annotated edition of a collection of H.P. Lovecraft's work. That was given to me by my boyfriend, and I'm so excited to delve into Lovecraft's work. I don't know much about him at all, but I read the foreword and it sounds really exciting and creepy and interesting and something definitely up my alley after enjoying Gothic literature so much. And the next book was given to me by my mother. It's called The Japanese Lover by Isabel Allende. I like some of her other work, like The House of Spirits, so I was thinking that I would like this as well, and she speaks Spanish fluently, and she got herself a copy of this in Spanish from Argentina. And she was telling me about how all of the bookshops in Argentina are so wonderful, and it would be really interesting for her to read this in Spanish and for me to read this in English at the same time. This is a picture of the Jane Austen collection that my boyfriend got me for the holidays. It has Jane Austen's famous 6 novels, and it's just such a wonderful little collection that I'm excited to have. I don't actually have all of Jane Austen's novels in my possession, so it's really nice to own them now. And these are the books that I got for my boyfriend for the holidays, and I love how they all ended up just being red and green, which is just so Christmassy. He's not as much of a reader as I am, but he actually did request these books, so I thought that I should definitely be the one to get them for him. The first book that I got him is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. He actually requested this after seeing me talk about it on my channel, so I was really, really happy to get it for him, and maybe he'll read it and discuss it with me. We'll see. And the book in the middle is, of course, The Hobbit, and he loves The Lord of the Rings, so I thought I would get him a really nice edition of The Hobbit. This has all of the original Tolkien illustrations, and it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous book. I've already given it to him, otherwise I would be so happy to show you this edition. The next book that I got for him is Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. I loved this book when I read it over the summer, and my boyfriend is a huge Neil Gaiman fan. He has read, I think, pretty much everything that Neil Gaiman has written, but not this book. So I decided to get it for him. And I also got him the Annotated Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens because he loves the Christmas Carol. It's a holiday tradition of his to go see a live reading of the Christmas Carol with his family. And last year when we were visiting the New York Public Library around Christmas time, they had an actual copy of the script that Dickens himself used to do his own readings with. And it had his little notes scribbled all over it. It was a really wonderful experience, and he just loved looking at it. And I thought it would be really nice for him to be able to have a copy of the work with some annotations so he can learn some of the history behind the different words and phrases and things like that. But perhaps my favorite part of this vacation was getting to go to New York City and visiting the Strand for hours on end. I spent so many hours in the freezing cold sorting through these stacks of used books, and I did really well for myself, if I do say so. So here is the stack of books, and I will go through them one by one. I usually don't do book hauls even when I get books, but that's just because I usually don't have anything to say about them besides I got this online and I'm interested to read it. But these I actually have an experience with. I found them on the street and I want to share them with you. So I picked up a copy of The Merchant of Venice for 48 cents. It's, you know, a nice Folger Shakespeare Library copy, which are my favorite kinds to read, and this is just one of Shakespeare's works that I'm not very familiar with, so I'm excited to read it. I also found this delightful edition of Carmilla. It's so like 70s, 80s. It was also only 50 cents, so I couldn't resist. I know what I am reading for next October, Halloween time. It has that old book smell, which is just wonderful. I also found a copy of the Portable Poe for 48 cents. It has all of Poe's works that I have heard of, all of the Poe's works that I have read, in addition to a ton of Poe's works and letters that I've never even heard about. So I'm looking forward to this one. I also found How the Garcia Girls Lost Their Accents by Julia Alvarez, and I've heard some good things about this one. I don't know that much about it, but I saw it on the cart and decided to give it a shot for $1. So this was the find of finds. I found A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but that's, I think, how people have been saying it. This is a book that I've heard a lot about and have wanted to read, and I say it was the find of finds because I got it for $1 outside, and I'm pretty sure they were selling it for $7 or $8, or maybe it was $17. I'm just trying to read the price tag from very far away, and I cannot see that well. But it was definitely being sold for a lot more than $1 inside. I also picked up this book, Ilustrado, which I've actually never heard of. The title caught my attention, and the cover, when I took it out, did as well. And then when I read the back, it sounded really intriguing, so I figured why not take it? It's $1. I'll read the back to you because it does sound so interesting, and I wonder if you guys have heard of it at all before. Ilustrado opens with Crispin Salvador, Lion of the Philippine Letters, dead in the Hudson River. His young acolyte, Miguel, sets out to investigate the author's suspicious death and the strange disappearance of an unfinished manuscript, a work that had been planned not just to return the once great author to fame, but also to expose the corruption behind the rich families who have ruled the Philippines for generations. To understand the death, Miguel scours the life, charting Salvador's trajectory via his poetry, stories, interviews, novels, polemics, and memoirs. The literary fragments become patterns, become stories, become epic, a family saga of 4 generations tracing 150 years of Philippine history forged under the Spanish, the Americans, and the Filipinos themselves. Finally, we are surprised to learn that this story belongs to young Miguel as much as to his lost mentor, and we are treated to an unhindered view of a society caught between reckless decay and hopeful progress. So it just sounds really interesting, something I haven't heard of, and just an interesting perspective. I have not read any Filipino literature, and it is the winner of the Man Asian Literary Prize, which I don't really follow literary prizes, but somebody thought it was good, so maybe I will too. Another book I got was Excellent Women by Barbara Pym. This is a book that I've wanted to read for a while, and I loved the cover. It is so vintagey looking and delightful, and again, it was only $1, so I picked it up. And the cover, I don't think you can see it, but it says, written with the wit and style of a 20th century Jane Austen. So, what could be better than that? And finally, the find of finds. I'm so excited about this one. I picked up a copy of Madeleine L'Engle's A Circle of Quiet. And I was just looking for Madeleine L'Engle's, I don't even know how to say her name properly. I was looking for her journals because Emma, the Bookish princess, mentioned that she read some of her journals and found them really insightful and wonderful. And of course, I don't know if you know, Madeleine L'Engle was the one who wrote A Wrinkle in Time, which was one of my favorite childhood books. And what is so special about this copy that I found, besides, you know, it's just beautiful cover and it was only $1, is that it has an inscription inside. And this is so exciting. It says, "For June," I can't really read the last name, "joy in your own circle." And then it's signed by Madeleine L'Engle herself. And that is just so exciting to have this book that has obviously had such a history before me. And it's marked up like crazy. It's highlighted and in different colors and written in pen. I don't even know if you can see it. And I'm so excited to check this one out. So if you guys have had any bookish gifts lately, I would love to hear about them. If you had any special December book hauls of your own, I'd love to hear about them as well. And if you find yourself in New York City, the Strand is a wonderful, wonderful place to go visit. Make sure you leave plenty of time. If you like this video, please comment down below, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you've heard of any of these books, if you're interested in any of these books, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!